Hello guys, in this video we'll be learning about a voltage transfer characteristics, the VTC curves, by taking a simple combinational device, a buffer, as an example. A simple combinational device buffer has a gain which is equals to 1. A buffer has a single input and a single output where the output will be driven with the same digital values as the input after some propagation delay. Output of the buffer is equal to the input because the gain is equal to 1. Buffer uses a revised signaling specification that includes both low and high noise margins. The measurements will be made by setting the input voltage to a sequence of values ranging from 0 volt up to the power supply voltage, which is 1.8 volts, 3.3 volts, 5 volts, etc. After setting the input voltage to a particular value, we'll wait for the output voltage to become stable. We'll wait for the propagation delay of the buffer. We'll plot the result on the graph with input voltage on the x-axis. The input voltage will be plotted on the x-axis and the output voltage on the y-axis. The resulting curve is VTC of the buffer. If we wait for the propagation delay of the device, the measured output voltage must be a valid digital value if the input voltage is a valid digital value. You can see that these two light pink shaded regions are called the forbidden regions. In forbidden regions, the points in there corresponds to a valid digital input voltages but invalid output voltages because it's less than VIL, so it's valid digital input, it's greater than VOL, so it's invalid digital output. Now, let us see the observations made in VTC. If setting the input voltage to a value less than low threshold VIL produce an output which is VOL. If your input voltage is less than VIL, it gives you an output voltage which is less than VOL. So a digital zero input gives you a digital zero output. VTC, the voltage transfer characteristics, does not tell us how fast the device is. It measures the static behavior, not the dynamic behavior. Now, if the input voltage Vin is greater than VIH, you can see that if Vin is greater than VIH, if the Vin is greater than VIH, your output is greater than VOH. So we get an output that is VOH, greater than VOH. A digital 1 gives you a digital 1. The third observation, the graph does not pass through the shaded regions. As I told you before, these shaded regions are called the forbidden regions. The graph will not pass through the forbidden regions. The white region, in the center of the graph, the input voltages in the range of VIL and VIH. The region between VIL and VIH. The region between these both, this is the region. These input voltages are in forbidden zone of our signaling specifications. So the combinational devices can produce any output voltage it likes and still obey the static discipline, which only constrains the device behavior for valid inputs. In other words, VTC can do anything in this middle region. So you can get a graph which is similar to this or this, etc. Note, the height of the center region is greater than its width. When you see the graph, the height of the center region is greater than its width. So VOH minus VOL is greater than VIH minus VIL. So any curve passing through these regions, as the VTC has to have some portions where the magnitude of slope should be greater than 1. So any curve passing through this part will have a slope which is greater than 1 and it should be non-linear. At this point where the magnitude of the slope of VTC is greater than 1, it means a smaller change in input voltage produces a larger change in the output voltage. So it should be non-linear. So we cannot use linear devices such as resistors, capacitors and inductors. Thank you.